Every parent has asked themselves that question. Something feels off. Your child is not quite themselves, but you are not sure whether it is a rough patch that will pass or something that needs professional attention. That uncertainty is one of the hardest parts of parenting. And it is exactly what this video is here to help with. We are going to walk through what child therapy actually is, the signs that a child may benefit from professional support, and what families in Edmond, Oklahoma can expect from the process. Child therapy, sometimes called child counseling or child psychotherapy, is a structured process where a licensed therapist works with a child to address emotional, behavioral, or developmental challenges. The approach depends on the child's age and needs. Younger children often work through play, art, or storytelling because those are their natural forms of expression. Older children and teens typically engage in more direct conversation and skill building, including approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, which helps identify and reframe unhelpful thought patterns. Parents are almost always part of the process too, through check-ins, coaching sessions, and strategies to reinforce progress at home. Children rarely come out and say they are struggling. The signal usually comes through changes in behavior, mood, or routine. Here are some of the most common signs to watch for. On the emotional side, persistent sadness or worry that does not lift, emotional outbursts that seem out of proportion to what triggered them, or a general flatness where a child just does not seem like themselves anymore. Behaviorally, a shift from easygoing to defiant or withdrawn, regression to younger behaviors, like bedwetting or clinging, or a loss of interest in activities they used to enjoy. Socially, pulling away from friends, avoiding situations they used to handle fine, or expressing feelings of being disliked or left out. Academically, i.e., a noticeable drop in grades or concentration that does not have an obvious explanation. And physically, frequent stomach aches or headaches without a clear medical cause, changes in sleep or shifts in appetite. None of these signs in isolation are a definitive answer, but when several of them show up together, or when they persist for more than a few weeks, that pattern is worth talking to a professional about. It is also worth noting that certain life events carry a higher emotional risk for children. Divorce, the loss of a loved one, a move to a new city, a new sibling, exposure to something traumatic. A child does not have to be in crisis to benefit from support after a major change. Early intervention often prevents longer-term difficulties from developing. The first step is usually an intake appointment, a chance for the therapist to gather background about the child's development, current challenges, and family environment. Parents are central to this stage. From there, the therapist recommends a treatment approach and session frequency. Many children start with weekly sessions. Progress takes time, and the path is not always perfectly smooth, but a good therapist will communicate consistently and adjust the approach as the child grows. How long does it take? Some children see meaningful progress in a few months, others benefit from longer-term support. The therapist will revisit goals regularly so families can make informed decisions along the way. For families in Edmond and the surrounding OKC metro area, Owen Clinic provides professional counseling services for children, adolescents, and families, right here in the community. If something has been feeling off with your child, reaching out for an evaluation is one of the most proactive things a parent can do. The earlier a challenge is identified, the better the outcomes tend to be. Owen Clinic is located at 14 East Ayers Street in Edmond, Oklahoma. You can reach the clinic at 405-655-5180 or 405-740-1249, or visit owenclinic.net to learn more. Taking that first step is easier than it might feel right now, and it can make a lasting difference.